So this is my first night in this area, Ancha, where we're going to hike up to those Indian ruins, and I got all my campfire wood together and everything. I just brought the black light out to check it to make sure there's no scorpions anywhere out here, and guess what? Right by where I set my bucket, where I was going to sit, there's a scorpion in that log, look. I actually had my back against that earlier today. So I was going to use that as a backrest. I have all my gear together. I did not sit on that scorpion. Got a nice fire going, and I'm ready to go for a walk. You want to go for a walk up in the mountains? I have my, well, camera bag. I got my pistola. I have my black light and my regular light and my giant light, just in case like aliens try to take us. I can blind them and run. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hike up this road here, maybe half a mile or so. There's some nice dirt banks where I think there might be some scorpions. You never know, there might be some ghosties out here too. Something you have to remember about this area too is that, yeah, they were living, the Indians had cliff dwellings up there 600 years ago. But they were down here in the valley 1,000 years before that. And they had stone dwellings down here. They had fields that were irrigated for miles. And we know almost nothing about those peoples, those tribes, those Indians. Because, of course, they didn't leave a written record. All we know is they were in the valleys for 1,000 years. They moved up into the heavily fortified cliff dwellings for 100, 200 years. That was it. And then they disappeared. When the first explorers came out here, they walked into these cliff dwellings, and it was just like the people had just picked up and left. There were still pots laying around and sandals, and it was like they just disappeared. And that actually, when I was a kid, you know, the ancient alien stuff was really big, and they used to say that maybe the aliens came down, the spacemen, and they took all the Indians away for whatever reason. But of course, that's not true. What they think happened is that there was a climate change, just like we're having climate change today. But there was a major shift in climate, and it created hardship for the societies that were down here, because there were thousands of people living in these valleys, and they could no longer feed themselves because it got really dry. There was a period of tremendous droughts, which led to warfare and over the scarce resources in the area. So they left their nice fields down here in the flat areas, went up where it was safe in the mountains, and within 100 years they're all gone. And again, they're blaming it now on climate change, just like we have climate change today, except I don't think that the Indians caused the climate change, you know, 600 years ago. Nature has a lot to do with it. Let's go on a hike. There's a little guy. Another one out on the road. Seem to be coming out. Walking around out here hunting, I guess. One creepy looking dude. I was filming him for like 5 minutes. Walking around doing cool stuff, and well, I didn't have the record button pushed. Alright, at least we don't see any like wild peccaries coming at us. I'm surprised we haven't heard any coyotes tonight. I thought there'd be a lot of them in this area. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Jeez, look at that. It's gorgeous. There's another little guy. He's a fat one. I'm back at this funnel spider. I can see him down in there. Let's see if he comes out again. See if we can fool him one more time. He's moving around down there, but he doesn't want to come up. Wonder if he doesn't like the UV light. Oh, you can definitely see him down in there. See, his eyes are shining. Well, there's one scorpion. Not very big. There's one, he's a cutie. Okay. I read somewhere that the scorpions that hold their tail sideways like that are bark scorpions. Not 100%, but If so, those are the most venomous of all the scorpions out here. They can actually kill you. Probably wouldn't, but they have killed people that have gone into shock. So we're not going to be petting any scorpions tonight. All right, we just made it to the top. There's some scorpions up here. There's one. Man, it's a super dark night tonight. Look how fat he is. Walking across the road. Let's go look at him. He's on the hunt, isn't he? Look at those little claws out there. I don't think the light bothers him much, apparently. Can you imagine having one of those things crawl up your face when you're out here camping? I got all kinds of moths on my face or something. They're like spiders, but they're probably moths. Jeez. Pretty hard to ignore it when you're watching a scorpion crawl around. He heard me that time. Let's look at him in the regular light. What do you say? Go ahead and turn this off real quick. In the regular light. Hardly you can see him, can you? Well, that's still night light. All right, let's look at him in the regular light. Well, he's gone. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. They're really hard to see with just regular light, but if you notice, he has his tail flat and his really small front pinchers, and I think that means he's a bark scorpion, which is the poisonous one. But yeah, you would hardly even see that bad boy. He just blends right in. Not positive on the identification. It's just something I read today. I guess I should have studied on it. Man, listen to my tummy growl. Let's turn on the other light. Look at him now. Yeah, look at the difference. Isn't that incredible? Like the very second I turned off the light, I saw another one. He's stuck. They say that they might fluoresce like that because that pigment might help them see at night, but they don't know for sure why they look like that. Like spider nest. Oops, didn't like that. Alright, let's go look for another one. What do you say? Looks like a giant bud, doesn't it? I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's a flowering plant of some sort that fell over. Can't even stand up. He's cool, isn't he? I'm fascinated by those things. They're so creepy. Doesn't know which way to go. He's gonna come down to see Mr. Bow. Alright, we tortured that one enough. Don't see any Sam Squanches up there, do you? I would imagine he'd give you a good sting, even being so small. That's kind of wild. I saw the that stuff fluorescing there on the road. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I think it's cow pee. There's a cow patty there, but I think that's where a cow peed right there. I'm pretty sure. Wonder why it fluoresces. No idea. Two of them? No, it's just... Can't tell. I guess it's just one. Looks like it has extra leg, but I think it's just bent up weird. Pretty good size one. I don't think he likes the ants. So we made it back to the campfire, and I hope you enjoyed our little hunt tonight. I did. Saw a bunch of I saw a lot of scorpions tonight. Nothing else real scary or anything. Didn't see any ghosts or any goblins or anything, but it was a fun little hunt. I enjoyed it. Let's look and see if this scorpion is still in my little log that I was going to sit on. Yep, he's still there. He didn't come crawling out though, but he's still right there. Look at him. I tell you, if I lived anywhere that had scorpions, I would have one of these lights, just for that reason. That is scary stuff. All right, we're gonna take one last look around with a big flashlight to see if there's anything on the hills looking at us, like coyotes. You ready? No, I don't see any eyeballs. We're kind of like a little bowl right here, so up the mountain there, but yeah, no eyeballs. Cool. All right, we're going to bed. Well, I'm going to sit up here and watch the fire for about another hour, then hitting the hay, and we'll be up bright and early in the morning, going up the mountain. We'll see you then.